He's setting up right now, waiting for a couple more Dragoons, and then he's going to have to push in. Bisu has produced a shield battery there just in case, because he realizes he's on the defensive here. He's going to have to fend off this first battle. A second Reaver has been produced. Speed Shuttle out for Jangbi. That is definitely a heavy investment in this right now, throwing down the Speed Shuttle, and that is why his Nexus is so far behind. He was planning for the Speed Shuttle the whole time. He's moving over to the top right, and now I think he's going to get scouted out by that pylon. This isn't going to be very good for him. I don't think this is going to be good for him at all. And the Dragoon is there going to get a pot shot off on the shuttle. Now he's going to try and move down. Bisu trying to get some shots of that shuttle, not able to do so. That shuttle is going to be able to get away without taking much damage. But it has been revealed that he went for the speed, and that is a lot of information for in pro game. That is a huge amount of information for Bisu to have to know that investment has been made in the speed shuttle. That gives him, he is very well aware of what Jangbi is doing at this point. He knows what the army composition of Jangbi probably looks like as well. Jangbi has produced another Reaver, and I think Jangbi's going to go pick it up and then maybe go for an attack on the front. He needs to do something soon because his Nexus was so far behind Bisu's voluntarily that he is going to fall economically behind if he doesn't do anything. If he just lets this go, Bisu will be able to macro up a larger army than Jangbi. Jangbi now mining out the mineral field at the bottom left at that temple, maybe deciding that he's not in as good a position as he would want to be in terms of the strategical fight, so maybe he's going to try and get his third base up faster than Bisu, and maybe try and work his way back into an economic lead that way. But Bisu is now moving down on the lower set of ramps. Jangbi now sees this. He's going to see all the Dragoons and the shuttle moving out, and he's going to be able to respond here. He's positioning his Reavers, he's positioning his Zealots and his Dragoons to try and set up for a defense here. Bisu getting a Templar Archives and a Forge up at the moment, so he's going to have upgrades up quite a bit sooner than Jangbi. I don't think Jangbi has a Forge up at all. I don't think he has a Citadel either. So he's just falling behind tech-wise now. He's falling way behind tech-wise. Bisu's going to have both Reavers, and in a couple minutes or so, he's going to have High Templar as well, or Dark Templar if he chooses. I think this is going to be for High Templar, though, since observers are already on the field. So this should be for High Templar. And he'll be having a lot of high damage dealers. He's going to have the Reavers that do so much damage. He's going to have High Templar, which do so much damage as well, in just to large numbers of units, and all Jangbi's going to have is Reavers, and he's going to have to do a really good job with those Reavers in order to win battles, just because Bisu's going to have more tech, and he's going to have more gas, he's going to have more stuff with which to hit Jangbi. And it looks like Jangbi may have thrown down a base at the bottom left, thrown down his third. Can't tell for sure. Yeah, I think he has. It looks like he has, or if not, that's just a probe sitting there waiting to do so. And Jangbi just getting another eyeful of Bisu's expansion here. He's going to go check, make sure that Bisu hasn't thrown down a third, and he'll see that he hasn't. Although there is a pylon there, and it looks like Bisu's preparing for it. And Jangbi has produced 2 speed shuttles here, so this could be 4 Reavers right now. There are 3 Dragoons there at the bottom of Bisu's base ready for this, though. Jangbi's going to have to be careful. I don't know if he knows that those Dragoons are there, and this could be very, very risky for him. 4 Dragoons, or 4 Reavers, once they drop, will certainly be able to take down those Dragoons. But he might lose a shuttle in the process of Bisu responds correctly, and he's not able to. So those 3 Reavers and 2 Zealots are being dropped. They're going to take down this cannon very, very easily. All the Dragoons already went down, and now he'll be able to take some shots off on anything that he wishes of Bisu. He needs to make a decision here of what he's going to go for. With some good micro here, he might be able to sit here and just keep picking off Dragoons, and it doesn't look like he wants to. He didn't. He's not trusting his shuttle Reaver micro. He did pick them up, and he's running away for another day. Don't know if I totally agree with that. I think he might have been able, with 3 Reavers there, I think he might have been able to at least kill a few more Dragoons before running away. And Jangbi setting up for an expansion there, his third base, but there is a Dark Templar there waiting, and that Dark Templar not actually killing the probe, just sitting there. It looks like it's just sitting there waiting and waiting, maybe waiting for the Nexus to get started, and then going to kill the probe and do some damage. Bisu has thrown down his third already, so he's going to get an economic lead on the second base. He's going to get an significant economic lead on the third base. He's already got a tech advantage here, and Jangbi is just falling behind every step of the way. He has these speed shuttles, he has the Reavers, but he hasn't been able to take advantage yet, and his window of opportunity is certainly slipping him by. The Templar Archives for Jangbi is finally up as well, so he'll be able to get some High Templar out and try to counter it. And there, now the High Templar for Bisu is going to be seen and going to get taken down by all these Dragoons, and now Jangbi should be able to start his third, but that is going to be so much later than Bisu's third again. Now we're seeing Bisu's first-person view. He's going to mine out the minerals by the temple, and then he's going to get finish off the probe transfer that way. He looks like he has produced some High Templar there, and through Bisu's vision, we can see that Jangbi's going to come in for a drop. We'll see what happens here, how Bisu how Bisu prepares for this. He sees the force for Jangbi moving across the top ranks as well, and Jangbi not deciding to move in there onto Bisu. Bisu having those Dragoons positioned very well, and now Jangbi coming in again with those Reavers. I don't know how many were there. It looks like several Reavers there. And they're going to take down the cannon very, very easily, and Bisu trying to respond, deciding what he wants to actually respond with. And now he might actually be able to take down the Templar Archives. That could be very, very devastating to Bisu if Jangbi's able to take down the Templar Archives. That would be a lot of damage. And Jangbi able to take down a lot of those Zealots with those Reavers, and Jangbi running away with the Reavers again, deciding not to stay and try and do any more damage. And Jangbi now pushing on Bisu's forces here at the front, but Jangbi has decided to back off. That was definitely a good idea because he didn't have the Reaver support. He would have definitely lost that battle. And it looks like Jangbi's deciding to morph his High Templar straight into Archons. I don't like this choice by him. I think he should have gone for he should be going for High Templars with Storm before morphing them into Archons. I never ever like it when Protoss players in PvP go for Archons before Storm. I absolutely hate it, I have to say. I haven't seen it be all that successful all that often, and it's really disappointing to see because, well, it makes a lot more sense to me, and I would hope to most other people, to Storm the heck out of people first, and then morph your High Templar into Archons. But I guess he wants that he wants the brute force of the Archons in this fight. But I think he's going to lose this fight to a High Templar. It's not that Zealot heavy for Bisu. If it was a very, very Zealot heavy force for Bisu, I could understand the need for extra Archons and less High Templar. But it's not what it is for Bisu. It's a very even fight. And now we're going to see a big battle here. 3 Reavers there for Bisu, for Jangbi, and those are going to be the key to the battle. How much damage are they able to do? Bisu trying to work his way up. Some good storms here. Going to do some damage to the shuttles and to the Reavers. And the Reavers still up for Bisu. Jangbi should have definitely killed those Reavers already. And now one of the shuttles go down with a Reaver inside of it. Jangbi's micro is not looking so great right now. A lot of storms going down and hitting a lot of Jangbi's troops. Jangbi's definitely going to lose this battle. He's definitely in a huge disadvantage here. Trying to micro with this one Reaver that's left. And Jangbi is definitely going to lose this battle by a lot. He's going to lose this battle. He's only got 1 Reaver left and 1 speed shuttle left, and Bisu's still got 2 speed shuttles, and he's got a superior ground force as well. Jangbi definitely doing worse off in that battle. Jangbi might be able to pick off the shuttle. Jangbi does pick off the shuttle. I think that had 1 or 2 Reavers, and that is a big advantage for him, being able to pick off that speed shuttle. And the Reaver here for Jangbi, going to try and defend this 3rd base. Bisu coming in with a lot of forces. Jangbi coming in from behind, going to try and pincer this force, but he needs to have that Reaver needs to be in this fight, otherwise he might lose anyways. He might lose this entire fight without that Reaver. That Reaver's going to the Reaver and the probes trying to stop the Dragoons and the other forces from Bisu from getting around that bottom left temple, but a new reinforcing force of Zealots is coming for Bisu, and this is going to be so bad for Jangbi. I think he's actually going to take down this 3rd base. Jangbi does have that Archon. That Archon is going to save him. That Archon that is going to be able to hold off those Zealots. Archons are so good against Zealots. That's exactly what he needed right there. And a little Archon fight here going on. A lot of energy. That's a lot of energy being thrown back and forth. No one to be in between that fight. If you've got a defibrillator, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. That's not very funny. Anyways, next is going down for Bisu at the 12 o'clock there. That's going to be his 4th base. Jangbi's 3rd base is not even